so excited to be back on YouTube, to be honest. And I really want to thank all my subscribers. Like, it means the world to me to keep sticking by me, and people who keep watching my videos, sending me emails. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you to people who have subscribed even without me putting out any video. I am really, really thankful. Thank you so much. And if you're going to watch this video for the first time, my video for the first time, see, thank you so much, and I hope that you subscribe at the end of the channel. Okay. So, thinking about why I came to the UK, I came to the UK because first I was yearning for growth. I knew I needed to step into a new phase of my life, and I wanted to just do my master's. And then I was just thinking, between Canada, between America, all that. And I felt, honestly, I don't want to go to any country that will keep me studying for 2 years. I don't have that kind of time. I beg. Yeah, so I chose the UK because it offered a 1 year course, and the perk of it was also just joining a professional body, together with my master's, not do my master's and then go and take another certification course just to be a member of the body. So basically, the school I went to, offered both, which I am really, really grateful for. Yeah, so what were my expectations when I came to the UK? Really, my expectation obviously was to graduate really well, and I'm grateful that your girl did. I did that, and my expectation as well was to get into the corporate world, preferably in my field, which I'm honestly grateful for. And the overall experience has been, it's been up and down, but it's been good. So I'm really glad that I am here, and it only gets better. Honestly, it only gets better. Adjusting to life in the UK was a lot. I can't even lie to you, it was a lot. There are so many times when I thought that, girl, pack your bags and go. This place is not for you. So many things shocked me. For instance, when I came to the UK, I expected I could stay with my aunt for a bit because she lived in London, and then my school was in Nottingham. And compared to where I was coming from, I could live maybe in London and still be able to work or school in another city without any problem. It's gonna be smooth. But one of the things that shocked me when I came to the UK was the fact that transportation costs were different, at different times in the day. For instance, in the morning it could be £70, in the afternoon it could be £20. Why don't you have the same price? Why do you have to have an off-peak on peak time? It didn't make sense to me. So it really made adjusting very difficult, because I now had to look for a house, and obviously looking for a house in the UK or anywhere, I'm sure, is a lot of work. Yeah, there were things like spare room and all that, but what I found was that what you see on the website versus what you get, they're just two different things. Almost like their cameras are doing the work, then when you then come into the house is bullshit. And unfortunately for me, I also fell into the same thing. I saw a house on spare room, the website where you search for houses, and then when I then called up the agent, and then they said, oh, the house was taken, and then they had something else, and then they sent me a picture of the room, and honestly it wasn't bad. And for the price, it wasn't bad. And for the price, from what I was seeing, the picture, right, it felt like it was okay, it was good. But I don't know why I did not think about how's the kitchen, how's the toilet and bathroom and all that. I just felt like, oh, my room here is beautiful, it's amazing. Yeah, he told me I was going to share the toilet with other people, but I didn't realize what I was going into. my bad, I didn't get to do like a house viewing because I was desperate to get a house in my city, considering I was living in, as in I was staying with my aunt in London, and it was not visible for me to be traveling from London to Nottingham, considering again the price difference and all that, and it's expensive. Transportation is expensive. That's another talk. Anyway, so yeah, and I came to the house like when I got the house and I paid. They made me pay like 3 months upfront. That was another thing that really shocked me. Like you have to pay. Sometimes people, I heard some people even have to pay like 6 months, but for me, like 3 months upfront. Imagine, that's the kind of money spent just in. So it was a lot. I came to the house and basically, guys, I cried. It was a lot because it's like, no, guys, you guys showed me the room, and in the picture of the room was looking good, and what I'm seeing here is not giving at all. Is not it at all, and it was really really annoying. For to live in that house. Although the compensation was, it was close to my school, I could walk to school. The tram was very close to my house, so there were perks of it, but it wasn't great. So adjusting to life in the UK in terms of the housing wasn't easy because it wasn't what I expected. I had dreams. I had vision for my house, but that was crushed, and that really, I think that those are one of the reasons why I stopped posting, because mentally I had to adjust to the reality of where I was going to live, and also in terms of even my school schedule. It was a lot because one, I didn't even realize that masters, at least for my course, I had to be in class every day, and they took attendance like seriously, and like I had to also work. So that one was that's another part again. Working in the UK, it's not as easy. You know how you think that when you come into the UK, it's very easy to get a job. Oh no. First you have to do something called DBS. That one takes a while, and that's money as well. You have to get your national insurance, yeah, something like that, and those things take time. Like really, it was a lot before I got the job. I think I stayed 2 months. I mean, that's less than some people have stayed in the UK, but then yeah, 2 months without a job in the UK. I remember I have paid 3 months rent upfront. See, it wasn't easy, like to stay, mising your money. So adjusting was quite, wasn't easy at all. I don't even think I've fully adjusted to life in the UK despite being here for 2 years, because I mean, thinking about it, I just graduated and into the workforce, which I am grateful for. But man, adjusting to life in the UK, I think it's an everyday process. Getting there mentally, it's a lot. It's not a walk in the park, but yeah, that's just basically it. I think now you have an idea of what it's been like. It's been a journey. How was studying in the UK? Guys, it's difficult. See, you need to respect people who have studied here in the UK. I won't lie, like my first is it test or assignment, it humbled me. Basically, I was this close to getting, like, failing and repeating it, because it was no longer a case of, oh, you read this in a textbook, you studied this online. They need to hear your thoughts. They need to hear how you, as in, they call it critical thinking. You need to think. Like, you're not going to just be you're not just going to write. You're going to actually have to think through what you're saying. And I've also gotten a feedback. The teacher said, oh, I could hear your voice basically in your work. Actually, they'll start to get used to how you write. It's not what you hear in class versus when the assignment or is given. It's different. The way you have to write it, it's very difficult. So yeah, so in UK it's not easy. And studying and working in the UK is even harder. Honestly, I don't want to relive that experience. I've been telling everyone that 2023 is one year I don't want to go back to, because working and actually going to school in this UK, I was skinny. I won't say I was skinny, but I lost a lot of weight because it was not a walk in the park, like having to work and school and have assignments waiting for you, have your bills to pay. Honestly, I wouldn't advise anyone to not have, the complete fees, to actually study in the UK. If you can pay most of your fees before you come, honestly, it's not like that's, oh, you can work and pay school fees. It's possible, because at the end of the day I have done it, but trust me, that last year was the longest year of my life. It was that year that tried me. Like, it tried me every day. I woke up and I was wondering, it's not compulsory to do this masters. It's not compulsory to, just, you can quit and no one will know. Like, I question myself a lot. So studying and working in UK is definitely not easy, especially because even people who can work full-time don't even get as much shifts, and then you that just works for 20 hours. I don't understand. Like, in what ways have living in the UK contributed to my personal development, and what skills or perspective have I gained since living in the UK? Definitely it's contributed to my personal development. I am a degree holder. I have 3 degrees now, basically, because I studied for LLB back home, my law school, and now I have a master's in human resources. So definitely it's contributed to my personal development. But like, what are the skills or perspective have I gained? Basically, I would say one of the skills or that I've gained, I would say, is networking, because as I said, I don't know, earlier on, that you would actually need to learn to network, to learn to know people, to learn to make friends, to learn to, I don't know, just go out there. You can't afford to be an introvert in the UK. Otherwise, you will have no information to move you forward in your life. You will, I don't know, loneliness, I know, but it's definitely taught me how to, be a good networker. I wouldn't say I'm perfect, because I'm still, but then it's just taught me how to talk more, and also public speaking. I'd rather be at the background, right? Like, I'd rather just not be in front of anybody speaking. But this living in UK has actually taught me to be very vocal, to communicate my thoughts, even at work. Like, they would ask you to say something. So definitely it's contributed to my public speaking skills, my networking skills, and I don't know what perspective really. I realized that in UK is actually, I don't know, you're better off like being a people's person, someone who people gravitate to, people love, than actually being perfect at your work. Because here, really, like, your interpersonal skill matters much more than your work. I'm not saying that you downplay your work or you're going to be bad at your work, obviously, but more than ever, I've seen that the people who get maybe promoted, or I don't know, just get better recognition, are people who are very like out there, people who people like, basically just being a people's person. So what has been the most significant challenges I have faced in the 2 years of living in the UK? Definitely paying my school fees. See, that's one of the biggest challenges I have had while living in the UK. I always wish that somehow I had, paid off my school fees. Maybe the transition or adapting in the UK would have been way more easier. But then, last year, my 1 year in the UK was about raising funds, basically to pay my school fees. So that's definitely one of the challenges I have faced here in the UK. And the second is actually also getting a job. The unfortunately will really make you feel like you're daft, you're not good enough. I know that everybody say, oh, you need to keep going, but honestly it's not always easy to go when you see all these unfortunately and you're constantly redoing your CV. You go for different you watch different YouTube channels just to adapt your CV to what they want. I mean, definitely it was very challenging. What else? What are the other challenges I've actually faced? My spiritual life, I would say. Um, that's definitely challenging in UK because, I mean, somehow just all you think about is work. You just really think about work, not really about God or anything. Question about what's one thing you wish you knew before moving to the UK, and what would have made my transition easier? I don't think there's anything anyone would have told me that would have, made it easy being here, to be honest. I don't think so, because every experience I've had, I don't think if someone said something to me, it would have been easier, because, I mean, if they had told me house hunting is hard, I mean, what would that have changed? Okay, you need to get your DBS. I need to be also in the UK to get it. What else? Transportation is different. The cost is different. What would that have changed really? So there's really nothing. I just think that when you're traveling to a different country, just keep an open mind. Be ready for all the challenges. Like, I think don't be delusional. Don't sit down there and just think, oh yeah, this is it. Just have an open mind. Have faith in God. And one thing that you're not going through the journey of life alone. So that I don't think there's anything anyone would have told me that would make my transition into the UK easier or anything really. What would I advise anyone coming to the UK now? I think the only advice, I think I've given it over and over again, maybe, is don't, if you can, pay your fees, pay half of it. I don't know why I'm hammering on, because see, I guess if that one was taken away last year, I guess my experience in the UK would have been richer, better. I won't be so worried, because there's so many things that are very basic, like eating, like those things you would get. But I mean, the idea of paying off like over 18k fees and everything and working, and it's not easy. So if you can, pay it off. If you can, I would say pray before you come here. I mean, pray for the land even when you come, because I've realized that this country, you will need to be very ready spiritually, because honestly it's very easy to come here and lose focus. Like you just start to go on autopilot. Wake up, make money, come back, sleep, you're tired. Like, it's just going to be the same thing. But you need that balance. I would say try and have a work-life balance. The truth is, you work 7 days a week, they will tax you, and it's almost better that you worked 4 days or 5 days and you rested than working all through the week and getting taxed and almost earning the same thing someone who is working for 4 days is working. Yeah, I don't know if that's an advice, but then that's my advice. Yeah. Do I see myself going from here? Will I stay in the UK, or do I have other plans? Honestly, let's see how it goes. I can only just pray that for any decision I make, like in the future, I am in God's will. That's all. So I really can't tell people when I'm leaving the UK, going to another country or something. I just want God to really lead me. I want to just be led. I don't want to make any, because if he says leave here, I will. No matter how hard it is. But yeah, I'm just keeping everything open. But while I'm here, my aspirations, if I'm staying in the UK, is to get to get a job in my role that will sponsor me, hopefully. you know, to get settled, really, just really get settled. And that's it basically. Say thank you to everyone who has watched me to the end. I really hoped I was able to capture my experience, my 2 years experience in the UK, and I can't wait to see you back here, you know, watching my videos. Hopefully it's going to be more consistent. I really really hope. I know I've always said it, but yeah, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.